Fertiliser is off. Giving it a clean, got rid of all the dirt on it. On to the next job. Fueling, I guess. We are going tanking! Woo! Right, morning everyone. It's not really morning, it's midday. Whatever. Try and get this correct, there we are. So, we're going tanking. I'm just going to check the oil in the tanker before we start using it. Not much on the dipstick, so I'm going to put a dribble in. Oh yes. Now we're winning. Leave this one on the tanker in case you ever want it. Right. Better go pick up the pipe. Now, it's heavier than it looks. So this is what we're going to be shifting. What's here in the beef bidding? It looks quite thick, but underneath it is really just quite watery. We got rid of the weeping wall. I don't know if anyone remembers that from a past video. Used to be a weeping wall sitting in those metal guides there. There's only about 3 loads in it, I think. Got an outlet here that has a pipe on the end. It goes right to the bottom of the tank in there. And then we just got to put our pipe on there. So I left home in a bit of a hurry this morning because there was a cow calving in the scrape passage. But I left my gloves at home. Cow and calf are fine, by the way. You need to be in the exact spot with this pipe to get it on there, so I need to go that way a bit. Bit short now. That really shouldn't have been that hard. We have a quick hitch for that. So once we finish, I'm putting the quick hitch on. So the tank is running on vacuum. We've got this button here set for this, so we're letting build up a bit of pressure. Right guys, so we're on our way to some silage ground. A little ways away from the farm. What we'll do is we'll get up there and I will try and explain how I'm going to set it up on the monitors here, because although this isn't going on any science ground, it's still useful to record what we're doing and where we're doing it. So I want to make sure that it's all recorded on the monitors here. Right, so we're up on some of our ground here beside the dual carriageway. This isn't plan A or plan B. This is plan, I need somewhere to spread it before I can go home. Just going to take you through what I'm going to do on the screen here to set it up. We're going to go into our setup, click implements, add implement, new profile. Will it have a rate controller? No. We'll name it Slurry. Tanker. Rate controller, no. Operations, product application liquid. Working width. So I'm going to spread this, I'm going to set this at 5.8, just so there's a bit of an overlap. Okay. Work point, probably 8 meters behind me. So on work recording here, we're going to put the first spool because that's what opens the back door of the tanker. Connection type, hitch hook. Okay, so we've got our thing set up as the slurry tanker. Product name, like add a product. Manure. Just put slurry. Okay. Right, I'm manually recording. I think that's easier. Right, so come to the end of the work. I've set an AB line so that it will take us back near enough where we came down. Some moles up here. Mole hills. So you see we're spreading. This is where I just drove down and I set the AB line here, so this is why we're going at a different angle to this. Gus is hungry, ready for lunch. So this was about the only dry field I could get in with a tanker, which is a bit frustrating, but it's the way it is sometimes, isn't it? It's a valuable resource is a slurry, you don't want to waste it. Might as well use it. I don't know if you can see it coming out in the mirror. Got my brand new out the box John Deere bib and brace on today. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, the flies are undone, look. I do believe we are getting our new work uniforms today, so might not get to wear them for very long. Dinner has been consumed. Craig's arrived back with all our new overalls, so have a look at those later on. But I'm going to go and get another load of slurry, and we're moving on to plan D. We're taking it somewhere else again. Take it off to some more silage ground. Somewhere else, hopefully we can get in the gate. So out. Just for anyone that's new, this is our beef shed. On the end of the beef shed there is a sump with some grids on top. In under the sump there is a load of hydraulic baffles that push all the muck into this holding pit, and historically it would always be quite strawy dung, and so this is on the front and you could drive in with a telehandler and pick it up with a bucket. The shed's been altered this year so that what's going in there is more like slurry. It's a lot more liquid, and therefore this will run out the front now if you don't pick it up quick enough. So we're trying to make more use of it as slurry, instead of carting round bucketfuls of slurry to our beef midden that are then leaching out the front anyway. It would appear that what's there now is fairly thick. So I'm just toying with the idea of blowing it back in, mix it all up a bit. I think that might not be a bad idea at all, actually. See it there bubbling away? That's why I've come down here. Just sucked up my second load. I've pretty well sucked up a lot of the liquid that's in underneath. You can see we've dropped it nearly 2 feet. I might have a tickle at it with the bucket when I get back. Right, we'll make our way to plan D and then see how it spreads. Right, so we're at the new field, all set up. Go along gently here. Get moving before I try and open it. Build up some pressure. Right, we're spreading. Nice one. Oh, I've got my auto track here. I'll steer myself up the line. I'll turn my work on. It's nice to be spreading slurry. I have missed it. I used to spread a fair bit of slurry from the farm I used to work on before moving here. We normally cut these fields, but I think this year they're being put aside for sheep. Nice bit of grass up here actually. This is a completely different soil type of here. This is red soil. So it'll dry out a bit quicker than clay does. Obviously we can travel on it, and we're a bit higher up. We're on top of a hill here as well. So good news all round. I mean, if that is not satisfaction, I don't know what is. We've been spotted spreading slurry. Someone sent me a picture out their window on Instagram. All good fun. All good fun. One more load. This is a horrible junction. Nothing coming from the right. I also need a clear left, which it is. I'll be back. John was going to give the pit a tickle whilst we were here spreading this one, so we might be able to muster up one more load. It's getting pretty thick. Right, see you guys back in the yard. Oh my, there's a guy coming with some bales and they are wide. He's got them strapped down the side. Oh no. I don't know if it's just me, but anyone that's out cycling on the road always looks like they're having a horrible time. Which makes you wonder why they do it. Anyway, not for me. If you like cycling, fair enough. My wing mirror has done a bad thing again, look. I don't know what it is with these brackets. John's giving it a tickle, man of his word. Mainly slop there now, so we should be able to suck that up just fine. Pull that onto vacuum. PTO on. Right, so Lee Bonner, if you see this, I apologise for making your garden smell terrible. It's only a couple of loads. John's just finishing feeding. Right. That's tight. This will be a challenge to get off. Got him. That is fairly thick in there. Got him. They're talking like heavy frost and cold weather, like -3, -4 at the weekend. So I'm going to unplug the pipes on the sprayer because that's got water in it still before I go home, because that's bad news if that freezes up. So there's a really intelligent van driver behind me. Just went to overtake the car that was behind me and me. He got halfway out, there was a car coming the other way, and then he had to pull back in. That was really good from you, mate. Give it the beans! When I asked the chaps, I said, what happens if I can't make it into the gateway? They said, make sure you make it into the gateway. So we did it. Now we're spreading. We're only just spreading the width of what we haven't spread, so let you know how thick it is. Shut him off. Oh, I forgot to press work. My bad. The problem when you get really thick slurry on a tanker this old with a pump that probably isn't in its prime anymore. We give it the beans. Press work. So we're recording. Well, you shouldn't have to rev him like that, really. It was doing the I'm empty Dan's, but it might well be because we didn't bring a lot with us. But also we were looking downhill, so we'll look uphill, make sure anything that's in there runs to the back. The thing with slurry tankers is they are designed that even when you're on level ground they look slightly uphill, so that everything runs to the back. But when you look downhill they're never empty. Home at the yard. My wing mirror has let me down once again. Which I'm most upset with it. I've got to find a way of making that stop doing that. But it's not a Friday evening job, is it? If you look closely, you'll see there is some building work going on. But it's very exciting. We'll talk about that another day. Let the tractor wind down here a minute. Take these end stops off. And you see the water come out. Don't want that freezing. See that, guys? So that hopefully means that if anything freezes in there, it's got somewhere to go. And not out the end of these caps, because it's happened once already this year. You won't miss him in a hurry.
Well, there's another one in here.
Has he got his on as well, has he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And mine here?
Yeah, yours are in.
Oh, I won't put mine
You've
on.
got everything, Josh.
Oh, splendid.
John, Bruce, Craig, Doctor, and Rex are all missing. In fact, Rex hasn't got anything, but they haven't got their coats.
Oh. So this is our new addition to our work uniform. Can't miss us anymore. Complete high vis. Right, I am going home. Today has been the 16th day that me and John have worked, so I'm going to have our weekend off, which is quite nice. You go get a takeaway and relax, have a good night's sleep, and all the other jazz. So if you've enjoyed watching today's video, please be sure to leave a like. If you haven't already, then please do subscribe to the channel. Hopefully by the time this comes out, we'll be way past 3,000. We've been growing loads recently. I am going to work on getting some more merch and get some more of these beanies, and get some sun hats as well, some caps, because spring and summer is just around the corner. And then we might look at doing some more hoodies as well soon. But let me know if there's anything in particular you think might be useful for merch, and leave me a comment of anything you want to. So thank you guys for watching. See you on another video very soon, and cheerio.